Okay, we should be up. Yep, we are officially we're officially live here. So you spread out the chat there. So yep, hello everybody, and welcome to stream 1 of 2 for tonight. Obviously, Friday night football. Back at it with it. Just Friday night football. Not really a huge clutch this match to open off the levels, but I guess it realistically is going to be pretty much to see the Titans. Pretty much, if the Titans can pull a win off here, then the spoon race completely opens wide open. But I feel like obviously the Storm, who have got a lot of changes coming into this team tonight, there is actually a lot. It's actually really weird to try to explain what this Storm team currently is tonight. So personally, I think without further ado, we should just go straight into it. Hello, how's the guy on Insta? Yeah, what's up, Jack? So, there's been a lot of interesting team list developments. We'll just go through it, mostly for the Melbourne Storms. And we'll start off. Cameron Munster is actually starting at fullback tonight. I don't know what has happened for that to happen, but there we are. You got David Nofaluma and Xavier Coates on the wing for the Storm. Marion Seve and Young Tuamapia as the centres. Tuamapia actually been playing most of his season up at the up in the Sunshine Coast Falcons, which is one of the feeder clubs for the Melbourne Storm. Got Cooper Johns at 5'8" and Jerome Hughes at halfback. Forward pack is you got Jesse Bromwich and Nelson Asofa Solomona in the props with Harry Grant at hooker. Felice Kafusi, Kenny Bromwich in the second row with Tui Kamika at lock. Tyron Wishart, Josh King, Brandon Smith and Tom Eisenhuth is the interchange with Alec McDonald as the injury reserve. For the Gold Coast Titans, you got Jaden Campbell at fullback with Jojo Fafita and Greg Marju on the wings with Philip Sami and Brian Kelly in the centres. Got AJ Brimson at 5'8" with Tanner Boyd at halfback. The props are Moiga Fodawaker and Tino Fasur Malawi with Aaron Booth as the hooker. Got David Fafita and Bo Fermor in the second row with Aaron Clark at lock. Interchange consists of Knights legend Herman Essie, Isaac Liu, Jamin Jolliffe and Sam McIntyre with Thompson as the injury replacement. So I have seen that there has been a bunch of news about some of the Storm players. I'm assuming it'll probably be just really with injuries and stuff like that. With Reece Walsh coming to the Broncos and Martin leaving, I reckon Tessania will go reserve and Walsh will play fullback. That definitely could be the very much the case, even though I actually quite like I don't mind Tessania. I think he's alright. I mean, all the Broncos players have gone really well so far this year. But yeah, this game tonight, it's there's not really much at stake, really, because I mean, it's a team vying for the finals against a team that isn't. So pretty much, it should be interesting to see what can happen. The Titans have got the more of their first team, because this is very much a secondary team for the Storm. Because the amount of players I do remember, I believe Tyron Wishart was originally meant to be the fullback, so there's been something that's happened in the other Storm camp that we don't know of. But yeah, basically this match really is just to see so currently in terms of the spoon race, the coveted spoon race, the only real race going on at the moment is basically the Titans are currently 2 wins behind 15th and 14th, which are the Knights and the Tigers. So basically pretty much the Titans need to scrape some wins. They do play the Knights at some, I think the Titans play, they definitely play the Knights in the last couple of rounds. I'm not sure if I don't think they play the Tigers. I don't think, unless I can get corrected. So what game I go for the Titans, but not confident. I mean, it do be Melbourne in Melbourne. It's a bit of a, it's obviously a very much a, it's been a bit of a problem for many teams. It's Oh, buddy. But yeah, so in terms of predictions, I mean, I went with the Storm. Basically, it's just one of those sort of like it's just. I think the real question is really by how much. I don't think it'll be a massive blowout. I don't think the Titans are going to concede 50 or anything. I feel like, but it'll still be like it'll be convincing. It'll be like 30 points to 10 if I was to give a somewhat prediction. Herbie Farnworth is back for the finals. There's a lot of players coming back now. I mean, the finals are going to be very much interesting coming up into this year. So the game last night, I actually didn't watch, but obviously the Roosters did win 34-16. The only footage I've seen was when Victor Radley, what happened to him, but basically copped probably one of the nastiest head knocks I've seen, and then started pulsating blood out of his head. Okay, so that was the one-time BKR, and they let you. The one-time BKR sport. And they let you onto the ground after the game. I can't go to the game, for fuck's sake. Damn. So basically, the Titans are basically... No, that's right. The Tigers got their win. So if the Titans win tonight, they go tied with the Tigers. So if the Tigers beat the Knights, which I do think is going to happen later on this week, the Knights and the Tigers will be tied with 12 points. And depending on what happens, it could be a 2-point... a 2-game lead or a 2-point... advantage. Yeah, pretty much the Storm are finally getting their winning streak back in the winner's circle after their 4-game losing streak was ended last week when they took on the New Zealand Warriors. It's finally they're back, but and obviously, I think the Storm have actually got a really interesting last couple of... Because I think all of the teams they play are basically all in the top 8. So, because it's 55-20 to the Storm. I don't know if 50 points will be scored tonight. I'm not too certain. I think there's not enough star players from the Storm currently playing, so I feel like it might still be a decent win, but not a thumping. Clip this. Basically, clip this till it absolutely blows up. But seen our first bit of advertisement for the Rugby League World Cup, which is happening pretty much straight away after the NRL starts, about a week or so afterwards, October. Just absolute bigness in terms of World Cups. You got that World Cup, and then immediately after that ends, you pretty much got the hype up for the FIFA World Cup. It's just sport in it, really. I was a little bit worried because I thought originally in the team list, Marju was actually meant to be starting on the bench, but but I feel like it's very much necessary that he gets moved into the starting lineup, because I think Marju's been very critical for the Titans in terms of their attack. Right, I just need to... So I think the Storm play Penrith next week, which are in Penrith. Because, does anybody else think... I've got a little bit of a conspiracy theory when it comes to the NRL. I swear Penrith have not left New South Wales for a game. I know they played Magic Round, but I just feel like they haven't played outside of New South Wales for ages. If Panthers next 12 games win 2 and lose 2, and the Cowboys do well in the next 12 games, the last round will be a minor premiership game. I hope that happens. And you got to think, Cleary is not going to be playing in that at all. His suspension will end in the first week of the finals, so it's hard to tell. But we got 5 minutes away till kickoff, so pretty much after this ad break will be the start of the actual match. I do have a multi for this game. If anyone don't, literally every time I've said about a multi on a stream, it has never come in. But it's usually just that I know one of the legs is Storm to win. I know, controversial to say the very least. If I can just find it quickly. I thought my bet just got voided, but no. So basically, my bet for tonight is Jerome Hughes and Harry Grant to score for Melbourne, Greg Marju to score for the Titans, and the Storm to win. Will pay about $20, which is actually fairly decent. Just got to hope that Harry Grant does go over. Just wanted to see what this void was. Which game was it? Raiders Penrith. Oh, okay, I can just get that sorted at some point later on. What the hell? Oh. The hell's happened here? The zoom in. Okay, hang on, my bad. What? If for some reason I thought it was really close, this being symbols being close, but they have fixed it up now. Let's see to make sure it's not cutting yet. There we are. We just had to fix that up, not to worry. Okay, that's a piss poor crowd for Melbourne. Like, I just don't understand how the Melbourne Storm are profitable. Like, I understand that very much they are owned by, like, very rich people, but it's just like, you'd think for how dominant they have been, you'd have more of a crowd. It's barely, like, about half the people there. But, yeah, so there is the poll for who everyone thinks is going to win this game. It is a 4-2 majority in favour of the Melbourne Storm to go 2 on the trot in their matches. And, oh, shit. That is a lot of people. Must have been an excursion and people picking up their kids. But anyways, if we'll just go through the other team lineups just quickly before the game does kick off. So the Melbourne Storm, you've got Cameron Munster at fullback, No Faluma and Coates on the wing with Sevi and Tuan Mapia in the centres. You've got Cooper Johns at 5'8 with Jerome Hughes at halfback. Jesse Bromwich and Sova Solomona as the props with Harry Grant at hooker. Felice Kafusi and Kenny Bromwich in the second row with Tui Kamikamika at lock. You've got Tyron Wishart, Josh King, Brandon Smith and Tom Eisenhuth on the bench with Alec McDonald as the injury replacement. However, the Gold Coast Titans, you've got Jaden Campbell at fullback with Jojo Fafita and Greg Marju in the wings with Philip Sami and Brian Kelly in the centres with AJ Brimson at 5'8 and Tanner Boyd starting at halfback. Got Moeda Fodawaker and Tina Fasur Malawi at the prop roles with Aaron Booth at hooker. You got David Fafita and Beau Fermor in the second row with Aaron Clark at lock. Interchange consists of Herman Esiesi, Isaac Liu, Jamin Jolliffe and Sam McIntyre with, I believe that's Corey Thompson as the injury replacement. Herman Esiesi, that is a name. He used to play for the Knights years ago, like 2016 or 17, 16 if I had to take a stab at it. Sup your fries. But yeah, the Titans now walking out to the field. It's just, I've just realised there's an AFL game on tonight, isn't there? And I'm fairly certain it's a big, isn't it like the Demons against Geelong or some shit? Like it's a proper big game in the AFL. Fun fact, Titans may be last, but they have not been kept scoreless all year. It's just our lack of defence bringing us down. Yeah, it's really just how and it's weird to think because the Knights, I think, still have the worst for and against in the NRL, but somehow we don't come last, but that might change us here. Now the Melbourne Storm coming out onto the field in front of Jerome Hughes. It's his 100th game, and the Bromwich brothers Jesse and Kenny have both added up to 500 matches together. So that's actually fantastic. They've been playing together for years. Good on them. They got some premierships. I believe it's like Melbourne and Geelong, isn't it? That's playing tonight in the AFL. I know the Demons are playing, and I do know they play at the MCG, which is legit next door to Amy Park. So here we go. So both teams now out onto the field. Now just waiting for the game to kick off. So first time Munster is starting at fullback since round 1 2018. So it's been 6 years. Oh my god. How does that... Oh my god, that is the stupidest thing I've ever said. 4 years. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. It's going to be Cameron Munster kicking off the game for the Melbourne Storm. Storm are going to be running screen left, and the Titans will have first possession of the ball. And the kick is up and we are underway. First game of Friday night footy. And the Titans will get the ball. It's Big Tino who will take the first hit up as he goes to the UFC expert that is Felice Kafusi. Onto the 10 for the first tackle. Now that is number 14. That is Greg Marju. Brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. The Storm now keeping up with the one-upments currently played by the Gold Coast. Gold Coast are now on the 30-metre line for the third tackle. They keep on shifting to the right-hand side. The Titans as Fafita now goes straight into the number 19 of Cooper Johns. So it gets onto the 40 for the fourth tackle. This has actually been a decent opening set here for the Titans, as that is Aaron Clark who gets brought down on halfway for the last tackle. So he shifted out to Tanner Boyd and takes the kick on the last. And it'll be Cameron Munster who takes the ball at fullback on the 10. And he's getting a pass out to the wing there. And that is going to be going all the way to Tuamapia, who they get to, I believe, to the 35. So instantly, straight away, they get about 25 metres on the first carry. And now No Faluma finally had a real team. Good to see. I can't talk. Anyways, they're going to shift it down to the right-hand side now, as that is Xavier Coates who gets past halfway for the third tackle, 45 away from the try line now. It says Marion Sebe that gets instantly wrapped up there. That was good defense there. Now down to the left-hand side. So for Solomona there, get your fucking elbows into him. last tackle, 40 metres out now. Jerome Hughes with the kick in his 100th match. And it's going to go straight to Marju, gets wrapped up. What do you think is the worst and best game of the year? Best game was Origin 3. Worst game was Titans-Tigers from like round 8. I enjoyed it, but I'm a person that likes to see the world burn. So the Titans still stuck on their 10 for the second tackle as Brian Kelly got wrapped up. Now Tino with the ball, and he'll get wrapped down onto the 20 for the third tackle. That's Cooper Johns. He's really getting into the tackles here, the young boy. That is Tanner Boyd now gets to the 35 for the fourth tackle. Titans will now shift to the left-hand side here. I think that's Bo Thermal with the run. Probably, I think, surely assuring for the Titans' best player. I think he's been fantastic for them. Shifted out to the middle there for the last tackle, and Tanner Boyd with the kick. And that will be taken on the 15 by Cameron Munster. I definitely feel like with Munster being a fullback, a lot of it's going to be trying to draw towards No Faluma and trying to get a pass in and not exactly just run straight in, because Munster's somewhat quick, but he's obviously like not like Addo Carr quick. So now the Storm now, that's a run there for Kenny Bromwich. He gets to the... That's a good carry there. He gets to the 40 for the third tackle. I think it was Jesse that did the run. Now it's Kenny who got to halfway for the fourth tackle. Now they're going to shift it out to the right-hand side. Kafusi will get over these Titans 40 and will be brought down 35 metres away from the try line for the last tackle. Storm will shift it to Hughes, and Hughes will take the kick. It's going to be aimed right at Campbell. A lot of pressure, and Campbell takes it well. But gets instantly wrapped up by Sevi and Munster. Didn't Jaden... No, it was Reece Walsh who made Sevi. What's the Better Call Z-Tank thing? Oh, it's just the trailers for this week's thing it's based off Better Call Saul, so I made just a logo saying Better Call Z-Tank for the beginning of it, and I've just wanted to implemented it. It's a spin on the Better Call Saul TV show, which is basically, it's the lawyer from Breaking Bad gets his own spin-off series. But a good defensive set here from the Storm, getting just to the 35. And now the Titans going to keep going on the run. He gets the kick on the 40. So first tackle for the Titans there. That's number 10. That's number 20, sorry. It's Xavier Coates. I can't tell 2s and 1s, unfortunately. As Munster now gets a decent carry, and he gets all the way past halfway for the second tackle. This is just good meters being hit by the Storm. And a Sova Solomona just shoving a Titans play. Gets the Matthew Gidley flick pass out. Harry Grant's now got the ball. He's going on the run. Gets another offload. Felice Kafusi's now got it. And he'll get brought down on the 20 for the third tackle. So 20 meters out. Huge chance here for the Storm. Jerome Hughes now with the ball with a step. Try to break away, but he's down 10 meters away from the try line. Harry Grant picks it up. Flat pass. Is that Kamika Mika? Is he there? I think he might be short. When you're getting another haircut? Soon. So it was held up by Kamika Mika, being very close to getting the first try scorer. I'd like to see the odds for that. But here we go. Last tackle, 10 meters out. You watch Commonwealth games. Honestly, I haven't seen like clips of it, but I haven't noticed it was on until I saw the clips. Oh, here's a high kick. Xavier Coates takes it, passes it, and it's gone forward anyways. Shit. But yeah, I've seen we've been killing it. I did see the clip of the wheelchair 3v3 basketball where the bloke, I forget the name of the Aussie, but he like sinks a 2-pointer, but it's a 3 to beat England at like the last second. It was cold. But yeah, so yeah, David Coates goes up to try to take it. He catches, he tries to flick it off, but it goes forward, and it goes into so it's a 20-minute race. What? It's a goal line dropout to the Titans. I thought it went forward by Coates. All right. I thought it went forward by Coates, but no, it's goal line dropout, so the Storm have another set 20 meters out now. Now that's number 5. That's Kamika Mika. Very close to the line in the previous set. 10 meters out. Second tackle. Storm will go to the left. Jerome Hughes. They're shifting it out. Munster to Kenny Bromwich. And that's a dive to the line by Nofaluma. And he should have gotten his first try for the Storm. They're going to review this. But there could be potential that Nofaluma has gotten his first try for Melbourne. It was a very tight angle, so we're going to see if he has actually kept it in play. Step, still in. No, he's lost it. He goes to ground it. Oh, that's Jojo Fafita getting his hand on it, swiping his arm, forcing him to lose the ball. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle there by Jojo Fafita. And it's a knock-on by the Storm. It will be given no try. That is brilliant there by the young Jojo. That's an anime reference to the Bizarre Adventure. So 20-minute restart and a 7-tackle set now for the Gold Coast. As the time is now stopped on 7. I haven't realised why. Oh, there we go. It's back to normal. Big carry there by Fasul Malawi. He gets to the 40 for the first tackle. Now Fodawaker gets on to halfway for the second tackle. So a good chance here for the Titans to get into some good attacking position. And that's a knock-on by the Titans. As that is, I'm trying to figure out who that player is. Trying to get, I think was it Fodawaker? He's trying to get an offload off, and it's forced a knock. It's been a knock-on, basically. The Silver Solomon came in, wrapped his arms around. Now the ball just popped out, so it's a scrum feed now for the Storm right on halfway. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Is it Philip? No, it can't be Philip Sammy. Why? Oh, he basically got wrapped up. The Titans player tried to get an offload off and he's just lost it. Wait, what? It's Titans ball. So saying it might have touched a Storm hand because it's the Titans ball. The Titans have got it from 30 metres out. Okay, so 25 metres out, second tackle. The Titans have a chance to score here. The Titans now going over to the right hand side. No, I was saying why I was mad. That's why I was mad. Okay. But, yeah. It must have hit a Storm's hand and went back forwards. But, yeah, so, yep, yeah, fair enough. So, fourth tackle, 10 metres out for the Titans. Shifted out for Feeder. Gets brought down short now. Last tackle for the Titans. They'll shift it off to Campbell. Campbell with the kick. It's around the midfield area. Tino. Oh, it's a brilliant take by Jerome Hughes. Hughes is on the run. The 30. That's a brilliant wrap up there by AJ Brimson. And the first tackle's on the 40. But now the Storm could be on the run here. But none of the Storm players are back as No Faluma's now currently got the ball. Good dumping tackle there by Eric Booth. It's not even Eric, it's just Booth. It's Aaron Booth, my bad. Kafusi now gets to the ball now as he gets wrapped up for the third tackle, 35 out from the try line. So 9 and a bit minutes, almost 10 minutes gone here. Still been relatively even. Oh, pass almost broke through. Oh, brilliant flick pass now. Kenny Bromwich now with the ball as he gets brought down 20 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Munster to Grant. Hughes now with the ball to Kafusi. To Sevi. Big fend by Sevi. And it'll get brought down by Brimson about a metre short of the line. Last tackle now for the Storm. Straight out to Xavier Coates. Where no one was there to spot him. Just let him with ultimate space. And Xavier Coates gets the try. And that'll be the first try for the Storm in this game. But yeah. I mean, Marion Seve, that was a very good fend. Almost got the try there, but I mean, all the Titans players were all bunched up. They didn't notice about almost a 10 metre gap onto their right hand side where the last player was, which was Xavier Coates, and he just got the ball and just walked in and grounded it. So after 11 minutes gone, it is 4-0 to the Storm with a kick to come. I believe Munster's taken the kicks. I think they've said in commentary that that's who is going to be taking the kicks for tonight. I don't think Xavier Coates would have an easier try there. Just got the ball, step, try. So Xavier Coates is his 12th try of the season out of 12 games he has played for the Storm. So it's a kick from the sideline now, but is going to believe it is Munster to take the kick. Well, we'll find out anyways. Just waiting to showing Harry Grant at the moment. Yep, it is Munster on the 20-metre line, as almost touching the touch line here. A very probably the hardest kick in the you can go. 57% he was in his career, Munster, from the kicking tee. So here we go. Can he get the first kick? Does his little step, kicks it. It's going to shank to the right. It's too hard. It's going to be a miss. And it will remain 4 points to 0 to the Storm. Yeah, it's pretty easy, that one. I mean, it was good once up there. I mean, the run there by Jerome Hughes was the one that pretty much set up that whole play. So now just waiting for the kickoff now, as we're about 12 minutes gone in this match. One of the Titans players I think was clearly offside then. It's taking a bounce, And then it's kicked away by the Storm. That was a crazy bit of play. He got grounded by the wind, got down onto the 30, onto the 20, and then gets kicked away by a Storm player backwards, and it's picked up on the 10. Seagulls or Eels? That game's ridiculously hard to pick, Neymar. I've tipped Manly personally, but it's honestly, the game can go either way. It's like, you can't tell. So a penalty to the Storm there for a ruck infringement. It was inside the 40. So Jerome Hughes now with the kick, and it's going to go out on the... soccer skills. He kicked the ball on the ground. Oh, the soccer skills. But anyway, it's 40 metres out now from the penalty kick from the first tackle. Hughes with the ball now to Johns. Gives it out to Munster. Munster breaks the line. He's Tanner Boy gives an offload to Kenny Bromwich. He gives it off to Cooper Johns. And he's going to get held up over the line. Bloody hell, Cooper Johns. Almost got there. As one of the Titans players, I think it's AJ Brimson here, is trying to suck some air into his lungs. Cooper Johns, bloody, needs some meat on his bones. Needs to. Oh, he's so close to the line, but he gets held up by the number 17. Is that Jamin Jolliffe? Is he already on the field? That's the case, fair play. He's put some meat on his bones. I know this is a random question, but how's your day been? My day's been alright, actually. Basically finished uni for the week. It's the end of the week, you know. It's good. How's your day, Sport Gamer? I hope everyone's day has actually been well. It's Aaron Booth actually currently trying to suck some wind. He's, I think he landed a bit awkwardly. He should be fine. I think he's just had the wind knocked out of him. Is he? Hang on, is he alright? Oh no, he's limping. No, oh no, there's actually a problem here for Booth. He's actually limping quite badly. I thought it was just him. He was trying to catch some wind, but no, it looks like it's a bit of a problem with his leg. Who's there, Jack? So 10 metres out now, second tackle for the Storm to continue. They're going to go to the centre now. Grant gives it off to Hughes. Hughes to Sevy, and Sevy's lost that. It's a bit of a heavy ball there. Jamaica who? Is this Jamaica me crazy? Can you actually show us the footy or what? The problem is though, Toby, I can't unfortunately, because the NRL is, for some, it's weird. NRL has weird like copyright laws in terms of showing the match. I do believe there's people on Twitch that can show it. It's weird how Twitch you can show stuff, but YouTube you can't. I believe it's Hectic Fred, isn't it? I think there's a bunch of them that do it, but I think Hectic Fred's the main aficionado that is on, unless he's streaming. I'm going to make my debut for the Brisbane Broncos. Jamaica, my debut. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I respect that. No, thank you. Oh, thank you, Cypher, for the sub. 118. Oh, big ups to Jack. Hopefully goes well. Hopefully no hospital passes come your way. Alright, sweet brothers, you're a mad dog. I might be back if not there. Is there anyone you know who's streaming it? I usually know Hector Fred does nearly all the games, so I believe he's the main one. But there should be, probably just search up like Storm Ties, or someone should be showing it. Oh, big tackle there, and the ball's flung out. It's gone backwards. Jaden Campbell's now got it. And he brought down on halfway for the last tackle. Last tackle kick. It's picked up on the 30 there by No Faluma. Gets a pass out to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes gets to the 35 for the first tackle, actually, sorry. The kick was a bit more cross kick rather than trying to go for absolute meters. So Munster now on halfway. Who scored the first try? Cypher, it was Xavier Coates who got the first try. Basically, run down to the wing, put all the pressure onto the left hand, right onto the right hand side. Xavier Coates had like mounts of space, quick pass to him, walked in and tried. Easy as you like. So 25 minutes off the try line now. Fourth tackle for the Storm. Jerome Hughes with the ball, gives it off to Kafusi. Kafusi flicks it off to Hughes. Hughes gets it off to Sevi, and Sevi will get brought down 5 metres short, right on the right hand side. So here we go, last tackle here for the Storm. They'll shift it out to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes with a crossfield kick. Munster! Oh my god! He went up there like Kazali. Basically marked the catch and he went over to score. It's now 8-0 to the Storm, and Munster, the fullback, gets a try. He basically went up like an AFL player getting the mark. We're third in their first. Panthers are second. I'm playing with Suncorp. Sheesh. Big things. Big things. Big things are happening. Yeah. It's so weird how, like, they really need to bring back the bloody Toyota Cup. Won the best 1-2-3 try from Munster. Hell yeah. That's just an absolute mark there on Fudaway. For SESE, actually. Oh, the try from Munster bet. Bet. Gotcha. So there we go. Try confirmed right in front. So it should be 10 points to 0 to the Storm. With about 17 minutes gone in this game. He went up there. I mean, it wasn't really like a proper mark like on the shoulders, but it was on the back of Herman Esiesi. Gazali's AFL references. First, second, and third. Gotcha. So here we go. So Munster right in front. He should be able to get this. Next week we're versing the Tigers. Sheesh. I remember the days back when I was younger. Well, younger. Like, I'm 22. I'm still pretty young. But when it was like, when I was like 12, they used to have everything on Channel 9. They did like the schoolboys comp, which was like the teams from Sydney. Like the schools. Then you had like Jersey Flag. Then you had the Toyota Cup, New South Wales Cup, and all that. It's just, I don't get why the NRL just don't put any more like focus in the youth. Like, they're struggling to fill teams of players anyways. It's just, okay. So interesting news there. It is they should commentate my game. Honestly, they should get on a bloody Bar TV stream or something like that. Because we train on the Broncos training ground. Oh, yeah. So but actually it turns out it's actually a sellout at Brookvale. I'm not calling it Four Pines Park, but Brookvale for the Manly Para game, which is on directly after this. So usually when the stream ends here, it should pop up with like a redirect. Big offload here by the Stormers. They've still got the ball from the kickoff, and they did make the kick. Munster did make the kick, so it is 10-0. So Kafusi gets brought down 40 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Early kick here by Harry Grant. Campbell. Oh! Brilliant play there by Xavier Coates. Campbell's tried to jockey, and Campbell's tried to jockey, and bloody, what's his name? Bloody Xavier Coates is coming out of nowhere, just tried to throw the ball backwards, and it's actually hit Jaden Campbell and bounced out, so it's a goal line dropout for the Titans. Oh, it's a 20-minute restart. Okay. He stepped out. Righto. Oh. He's inside. There's no way he was out. They're saying he was apparently like his toe, but I think there was a bit of a gap. But anyways, 20-minute restart for the Titans. I think they're taken at this point. Oh, and the Storm are trying to drag him out now, but still on the 30 for the first tackle. So for the Dolphins, I am too. It's do we think they're going to make finals? I don't think they're going to make finals, but I think they should go all right. I don't think they'll come last. No, it's got a stranglehold on that title. So halfway now for the Titans. Fuck. On the third tackle here, they've got numbers again. Big ass. Big House Sport is at this game. Yeah, I did see he was actually I did see it was advertising. It was some deal that was on Ticket Tech for the Titans, which was like ticket, food and drink, and like a meet and greet. It was like $60, which is honestly for the NRL is probably not that bad because some of their ticket pricing has been shocking. No Faluma with the catch from the kick. No Faluma does get instantly wrapped up though from breaking onto the line now. On the 35 for the first tackles. He officially crossed the first 20 minutes of the matchup. It's just now it gets to the point where the Titans just kick it and the Storm instantly get themselves into attacking positions. Marion Seve gets brought down just shy of halfway now. Ticket for a function after game of Titans at a bar in Richmond. Oh, I didn't know that it was a bar in Richmond. I was looking because I was in Melbourne a couple of weeks ago for the Man United Palace game. All of the pubs shut really early. It was weird. So I must have booked something out. Anyways, 35 out from the try line. We don't know what tackle it is. It must be the last because Jerome Hughes is kicking. Oh, it was a set restart. Oh no, it was a set restart. It was a 0 tackle because it was a knock on by the Titans, but Jerome Hughes didn't know it. Wait, you like soccer? Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't. You're going to stream the Premier League? I should be able to. Obviously, Premier League does start tomorrow morning. Palace against Arsenal. Should be a good match, actually. Oh, brilliant tackle there by Kafusi to force a knock on, but it's a penalty to the Titans. I think Cowboys and Penrith will make the final. The grand final. Yeah, I'd like to see it, though. I have heard there's a lot of rumours about... Sorry, I think they definitely will make the grand final. If you're going to stream it, I should, yes. If you don't use Pixlr for your thumbnails, I'll jump off the West Cape Bridge. Well, you're in luck, 2 Aussie backup, because I do. I actually do. I'm not even doing it to prevent a body going off the West Cape Bridge. I genuinely actually do use Pixlr. Photoshop's too complex for me. I'm a simple man. So Storm challenged the penalty and they've won the challenge, so it will be a knock on. I could tell, that's why I said. Oh yes, I think you recognise the Daddy Day font. I'm assuming. I'd assume. The Daddy Day font is just a good font. Bold, it is. Sub Texas. So currently, Storm now with the scrum feed, 35 out. Munster. Bloody, the Storm's fend game is scary because Munster's just sent Tanner Boyd into the Shinigami realm. Oh god, I'm talking anime. God, I've watched one anime. 10 meters out, second tackle. Grant with the ball. It's a penalty of the Storm. Don't play on. But yeah, so yeah, 18 minutes. So 10 meters out, another says, it's one of the few fonts that are actually usable. That is true. I will agree. Most of them are pretty dog shit. So first tackle just shy of the line now, the Storm. They'll go to the right. Cooper Johns to Hughes. Gets it to Sevi. And Sevi get brought down about 2 meters short of the line now for the second tackle. Shifting it out to the left-hand side now. Grant to Johns, to Kenny Bromwich, and he'll go himself. Kenny Bromwich goes over. Good on him, and that is going to be 14 points to 0 with a kick to come. Do you think South will stay in the top 8? I think they should be. They should be safe. All right, Rugby League history. Congratulations on the monetization. Well done. Big ups here. Are you in New South Wales or Queensland? Well, being from Newcastle, I'd probably say New South Wales. So, yeah. I'm happy that Ben Hunt got that try. If it was anybody to have that breakout run, to win the series for Queensland, I'm very happy it was Ben Hunt and not Ponga. Great try there for Kenny Bromwich there to make it 14-0 with a kick to come. The man, my bro. So, yep, Kenny Bromwich. He has 28 tries. His career's third this season. He's a bit of a prolific try scorer here. Up the Mighty Blues, yeah. Definitely. The other reason I'm watching this stream is because of ZTech99. I hate Melbourne and the Gold Coast are my third most hated team. Shame I couldn't complete the hatred trifecta there, mate. I'll go for the Rabbitohs' worst decision, getting rid of Reynolds. It's weird. But the thing, I think the Rabbitohs are going like all right, but I generally just want to think like where they would be in the would they be top 4 if Reynolds had stayed? Would be a big question. So Munson now with a conversion attempt, and he must have gotten it because it's actually gone up early. He has gotten it, so might just bring that in there. Just going to refresh the stream because I think the stream's like slightly behind by 10 seconds. Do you think Panthers will lose to the Raiders? Personally, I think they'll win. It'll be a very close game, mind you, but I still think these Panthers will hold on. It's hard to tell. I mean, to be fair, Canberra could come and wipe the floor with them for all we know. So who knows what will happen. How do you bet that top? How do you beat that top SC on the screen? It's SC is a super chat, so you just gotta. God, I don't want to sound like a money whore, but basically you just got to get a higher amount, contribute a high amount that for the channel, and I'll be ever grateful. You know, like the whole like. Yeah, because that's the highest it was. It's 10 USD. It was from the last stream I did. I played one of the Newcastle boys here in New Zealand, bro. The bro Danny Levi played for the club I play for. Danny Levi, such an underappreciated boy. How do you put it on the screen? Is what I meant because I want to do for my streams. Oh, it's you put it as in OBS in Streamlabs. It's a stream label, and then you just got to type like super chat. So yeah, so you just implement stream label as a source, and just add it. South made some bad recruitment decisions in the 90s, but they needed the money, so they sold their best hump. Yeah, that is unfortunately true for some of the teams. Randwick Kingfishers. That's a solid team though. So Tynes actually got a penalty in this recent passage of play. So on the 40 now is the first hit up, and that is number 17, Jamin Jolliffe. He gets, I believe, his first carry of the game on to halfway. Josh King has just come on to replace Kamika Mika. So second tackle now. Tino is now on the 40 away. Search it up. I will at halftime. In about 14 or so minutes. Titans now trying to go down the line here. They're very close to the line. Third tackle, 15 out. So a chance here for the Titans to get their first try of the match. I suspect Bunnies are premiership winners this year. I wouldn't put it past them, but it's, I don't know. Tino now on the run here. Tino on a big run, but a service Almoner holds him up. 10 metres out. Last tackle for the Titans. Shift to the left-hand side. Tanner Boyd to Fermor. Fermor is... No, I think he's over there. I think he's just got it. And yep, he's going to be awarded Bo Fermor, who I think is probably the best Titans player they've got. It's gone over. I thought Hughes had just held him up. That was very close, but Fermor does end up grounding it. Thank you, Butterbox, for the subscription. Oh, Bo Fermor, he's so good. I thought Hughes held him up there, but he just got it in like the last bit. After I got modes, I got an email from you just saying I was now eligible for Super Chat. Yeah. I would say the 4,000 watch time hours are a pain in the ass because, yep, try confirmed. Fermor, Titans get a try, so 16-4, the kick to come. Because, like, I hit the 1,000 subs in April, and it took me about, like, 2 extra months to finally, because it was very close. It was like 3,500 watch hours, because it's public watch hours for the whole year. And it was just teetering. It's like you basically had to, like, we can thank Logan and Jake Paul for that. Yep, very much so. So Tanner Boyd now with the conversion attempt from the sideline, or roughly from the sideline. This to make it a 16-6 game. It's on the white line that's in between. Here's the conversion attempt, and it's trying to curl it, but it's not going to curl enough in time. It's going to remain 16-4 as we go into the last 12 minutes of the first half. Honestly, thanks for streaming, mate. Currently overseas, but no one's showing, and not a chance even with Vaughn. There we go. Aaron Booth his night is over. It did look quite bad with his leg. Just Rugby League, who I do the podcast with, used to get paid from YouTube before Logan Paul thing happened. Then overnight he lost the money. Very much so. Yeah, thank you, $5. Because I remember, because I used to would get money from ads. And then, obviously, when what happened with Logan Paul happened, they immediately changed the criteria. And then it also affected, because I used to stream just on my phone, doing these type of things, which I don't know how I put myself through that. But what happened in Christchurch back in 2019, because I'm trying to, if you know, you know kind of thing. But when that happened, they changed it so you needed 1,000 subs to stream on your phone. So it was, so 2 significant events that really affected YouTube there. As Tino looks to be in a bit worse for wear. Oh, Brandon Smith coming in, ankle around the back. That could be a bit of a problem. Is Tino okay? That actually, could be a twisting in the knee, could be his shin. That could be a bit of a problem here for Tino. So Brandon Smith's on report for swinging the legs. Bring him in, but so he's saying it's an intent. It's a penalty to the Titans, really? The Canterbury fans are cheering. Yep. Very, very, very much so. So here we go. 11 minutes to go. Titans now 45 away from the try line. It's illegal wrestling was the official penalty decision there. So the Titans can get another try here. The halftime sheds will be pretty interesting. That was a good run there by Brimson. So yep, Tino's off the park. Set restart now. He just come back. Yep. Needs to be a bit careful. So he is on report there, which a bit rare nowadays. The report. Pass out to light. Oh, Kelly almost losing it, but he held on to it. 15 out. Second tackle for the Titans. Marju, oh yeah. 5 minutes out, third tackle now. The Titans. Flat pass line. That's a try. Herman Essie, the Newcastle Knights legend. And it's gonna... No try. Well, trying to see if it's a double movement. It hits the line. But he... Oh. It's momentum. I think it's a good call because the ball does hit the line, but obviously you would have the momentum to go over. But anyways, Herman SCSA has scored a try. It's now 16-8 with the kick to come, and it'll be right near in front. So it'll be 16-10. Bit of an interesting call there because you could probably make a case for others like that to be not given a try. It's funny that the Melbourne fans trying to blame someone else for the wrestling. It's like a little kid getting caught. It wasn't me. It was Brisbane they started. Very much so. So Herman SCSA goes to the line. The ball carrying arm does hit the ground though. But the thing is though, if we it's saying, and they said it's momentum, so I mean it's not like he was like 5 meters away, then he dived again. But there we go, SCSE getting the try, 16-8 with a kick to come. Second try of the season, 8 career tries. Tanner Boyd now with a conversion attempt, this to make it 16-10. He did miss the first kick. And the attempt is successful. Goes straight in between the black, in between the post, in between the black dot. He just drives a hole straight through it. But there we go. 9 minutes gone, and it's 16-10. Right, so there we are. Storm may bottle this. That is true because you've got 9 minutes to go. If the Titans can get another try in the 9 minutes and hold it to make it like 16 all, Bulls will have to wear rain jackets at halftime. A bell will be spray is coming very much so. So on the 15 now for the first tackle for the Titans. I think Tino's now back on the park. Did I say Tino's back on the park? I don't think he is. 14 now, that is Marju. Number 15 now, Jolliffe now onto the 30. The thunderclouds are starting to roll away. Reference. Fermor now, fourth tackle now, just getting shy of the 40. Thing is, if the Titans do win this and then the Knights lose next week, basically it's the Knights versus Titans for the spoon. The spoon race will open up. So now Tanner Boyd, now they're trying to get a pass off to Campbell for the last tackle, and that's a bit of a shanked kick. It only went about 20 metres. Titans still have it, but he's going to get wrapped up for feed up. He gets brought down to the 35 for the last tackle. Feel the Storm very much need to get a try to bring back a double-digit lead. They very much need to do so. Well, my prediction for 30 points to 10 still very much on at the moment. Second tackle now on halfway. That's Harry Grant now on the run. And he'll get brought down 35 away from the try line for the third tackle. He's got 7.5 now remaining in this first half. Eisenhoof now with the ball. Gets carry. Still going. It'll get brought down 25 away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Now they're going to go to the left-hand side. Munster. Munster goes himself. And just like that, breaks the line. And it'll get a double. So there we go. That's a much-needed try there for the Storm. We've been basically under the pump for the last couple of minutes. And it's now 20 points to 10 with a kick to come. Almost the over 40 in the first half. It's actually been a fairly decent game, to say the very least. Passing forces the line. Munster feints the dummy out to the number 22 of Tona Mapia. Runs straight through, barely touched. And that's just like that. Storm, just like that, can just make the team pay. Oh, no, don't say that. Boyd slipped over. There's no way they're going to call... There's not an obstruction. Yep, try confirmed. Thank God. So, 6 minutes to go. Potential chance to make it a 12-point lead with the conversion attempt. Are they doing football chants at the NRL? I know the Storm have some form of like an active support where they do ole, 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 ole. Like I went to a Storm game like years ago. That was weird. Yep. Bit of a scoop kick there by Munster, but he gets it through, so it's 22 points to 10. 5.5 now to go. So there we go. Munster getting the first try. No, it wasn't the first try, but he's gotten 2 tries. So here we Storm have a cheer squad, but it's not that big. Yeah. I still think the biggest active support in Melbourne would probably be OSM. The victory support. There's a run there by the number 13 of Josh King, another Knights legend. Gets on to the 15 for the first tackle. Now it's number 16, that's Eisenhuth, who gets to the 25. Oh, soccer out of tech. How's to see it, man? Gets out to the right hand side now. Here's a problem here for the Titans. It's no Faluma with the ball. Still running. Gets a faint pass out to Smith, and he gets brought down on halfway for the third tackle. OSM or Collingwood cheer squad. That is true. I'd probably say, yeah, for their respective ones, they're probably the biggest. For the respective sports. CT99 could be up for multiple awards at the 3rd annual end of season Rugby League YouTuber Awards. That's a prey up Grant with a grubber. That's the only dream I want to achieve in this creation. Sup, William? Who did I tip? I tipped the Storm in this game. Jerome Hughes is looking a bit worse for wear in the backfield. Titans currently have the boards to get onto the 20 for the second tackle. Oh no, Jerome Hughes does not look good at all. I don't know if it's glove going at his knee or it's his arm. So Titans now the ball both firm all. What's wrong with the Titans? They have quality players, but at the bottom. It's just kind of like it's like got a lot of youth players into it. I don't know. It's hard to explain what's currently going on. Hughes doesn't look good, but he's staying it on the field here. Last tackle for the Titans is a kick from Campbell. I think give the Titans a couple of years under Holbrook. Oh! Munster with a great catch. I thought he lost it for a second. Is he injured? I have him in my multi. Hughes, I have him in my multi as well. I think he's alright, but he just might have landed awkwardly. He looked like he was in a bit of pain, but he should be alright because he's still out in the field. I have him in a multi as well. I think Munster might have lost that. Oh, now, am I streaming Para? Yes, I'll be streaming the Parramatta and the Eels and Sea Eagles game right after this. And now Xavier Coates is now looking to be hurt. It's his ankle. Oh, no. Xavier Coates has only just come back from injury. Oh, he's in a lot of pain. This is a problem. Not again for Coates. He's only just come back from injury. And it's an ankle, and they've clutched immediately to his ankle. He might have just re-injured it. But yeah, that's actually a bit of a problem here for Xavier Coates, but he's back up on his feet. He's back up. Big ups to him. Do you think Storm finish top 4 or finish just outside? I think they'll finish just outside. I think they'll have a home elimination final, but I don't think they'll make top 4. Storm now go to the left-hand side now. A lot of strength there from Coates to get back up, but we don't know if he's... Smith now goes on the run here, and he gets brought down on the... Have you seen any of my history of football stuff? I have seen your video on the baseball ground, the Forgotten Stadiums, which was from Derby, I believe. Yeah, Derby's old stadium. Penalty to the Titans now. For Campbell being trying to be abused all the way back. And your photos do pop on the feed. They're talking about certain like football teams of like and all that. So yeah, I have seen some of your stuff, and I am subbed. Sub to that, guys, if you like learning about the history of football. Called literally the history of football. So on to the 35 now. The Titans from the first tackle on the penalty. And this will probably be the last set the Titans will have in this first half. They can get a try here. The Storm are in a weird state. Now down to the wing now. Thurmore gives it off to Kelly. Pass out. And now it's given off to Brimson. And Brimson now gets brought down on the 15. Third tackle. There's actually a big chance here for the Titans. Marju now with the ball. He doesn't know what to do. So he's going to run straight into a bunch of players. Just shy of the line now. Fourth tackle, I believe, now for the Titans. 1:18 to go. Just held up in the middle. As that's his number 4. That's Marju, who'll get held up now. Last tackle for the Titans. Shifts it out to the right. It's a kick by Boyd. There's people going for it. And it's been taken by Nofaluma. And he's running straight to the 20-metre line for the restart. But Furmore immediately there to wrap up the tackle onto the 35 for the 0. Haven't much effort into it, but have gained 300 subs in the last week. So, and some of the videos have done quite well. Doing rugby league content is very difficult. Very much so, because Eagles will power off. Tips Eagles. Storm get a penalty. No, set restart. Robert, thank you for the super chat. Who did the Bunnies play this round? God, I don't know. I actually don't know. Out to the wing. Oh, charged down by the Titans. Brian Kelly there, but brilliant attack, but it's like 10 seconds to go. Should be half time. Unless they're getting one play. Thank you, Brad Langham, for subscribing. So they've got the scrum in, so they'll have one play. 45 out. Maybe go for a field goal. The Rabbitohs, they play... I actually don't know. They're up to half time. What? He paused the time, set the scrum like 3 seconds before the time. What the fuck are you on about, ref? What is this ref on about? They play the Warriors. That's it. They play the Warriors. So the Storm set the scrum with about 3 seconds to go. Referee paused time. Then 3 seconds later, the siren goes and the ref says, "Oh no, it's half time. The siren's gone." You literally just pause clock like 3 seconds before the. That is weird. That is actually ridiculously weird. Football's a world game, though. Rugby league is very small in comparison, and people aren't as passionate, especially in England. Football is a religion. Can you do replay tries so we can wash? I wish, John, but even just showing a replay would get me done by the NRL. Sabi Rana, did you know Rana means frog in Spanish? I didn't actually, to be fair. I didn't really do it. I think I did Spanish in like because it's weird. You do like language classes in like the first 2 years of high school in this country, and I think I did Spanish in year 7. I was a bit mad with it. But anyways, yep, that is the halftime siren. So it is 22 points to 10 to the Melbourne Storm. Just had to take my socks off. Oh, they're playing Collingwood. That's a big game. Yeah, Melbourne and Collingwood. That's probably a very good reason as to why why there's not many people at this Storm game. Makes complete sense, actually. Thank you, NRL Vids, for subbing. So, Collingwood should win that. Yeah, they should. The Demons are weird. The Demons are quite weird. I don't know why. I thought Collingwood would kind of drop off in the last couple of bits, but they're now coming in with probably, like, arguably the most on form. Thanks for the watch along. Gutter, we can't get all the games back home in Wales. Damn, because they only get, like, select games. It's Sky that has the rights over in the UK, isn't it? It's weird. It's a weird thing. I've just also realized when you go into the studio thing on YouTube, there's actually a button that says insert ad, so you can like just pop an ad in. It's a bit weird. It's very it's very weird. It's just like people just like bang 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 bang. Look at all the ads, but yeah. Melbourne only average about 15k, but that's Roy Morgan Media Company claims they're the biggest club in Australia with the most supporters. It's just, you can definitely see why and the thing is that the NRL to have any sort of footnote in the Melbourne market, because obviously of how very much AFL it is, they need the Storm to be doing well, and they have been. They've probably been pound for pound the most successful team in the NRL, obviously in context of how long they've been in the comp, but we only get 3 games a week in England. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same for like vice versa when it comes to the Super League, because we only get about 2 or 3 matches of the Super League over here. I think Manly will roll the Eels. I think it'll be a really close game. Nothing like a bit of official data to confirm our fan base. Pulling out the stat sheet, pulling out the Excel sheets to prove that we have members. I've been to Melbourne 4 times, and you'd think they didn't even have a team. Yeah. Because like seeing all around all the sports stores, it's like obviously it's like very much like 99% AFL. Like all the Melbourne AFL teams, and maybe maybe one rack is NRL, and it's just the Storm. But it's like maybe like this much compared to a whole like department store. It's kind of mental. I mean, to be fair though, but even here in New South Wales, you do get a fair amount of the AFL stuff here. Eels by 10 points. Manly will struggle when the Eels go down the middle. That is true. Well, that's Roy Morgan Company is based in guest at Melbourne. Yeah. What's up, Nicholas? But yeah, so scary to think how successful they are in AFL Heartland. And it's like, but still, it's like they don't have enough like fans to like really show it, because I mean, obviously Melbourne Collingwood, huge game, obviously in the stadium right next to theirs. But it's just weird. I remember in 2017, that same company said Melbourne is the biggest club in Australia. The same season, Richmond announced 100,000 members. And even still, that 100,000 members thing is a little bit of a stretch. Because like, I even remember, because I went to, I mean, it's probably obviously accurate, but it's like, it's not like all their games like sold out and everything. Same as like Union, AFL complete in Queensland. Yeah. Because I remember when I was in Melbourne in 2019, and I watched Richmond play the Swans, because I support the Swans, because when I started watching AFL, they were the only team in New South Wales. It was way before the Giants came in. And it's like, this was when like Richmond they would go on to win the flag that season, and then they would win next. Basically the first of 2 of back-to-back. But it just wasn't sold out. It's like, it was weird. It's like, it was at Marvel, so it was like 40, 50,000 when they had this alleged 100,000 members. It's a bit odd. Jonathan Manson, thank you very much for the sub. It's I don't know. I mean, to be fair though, like the Knights have a somewhat fair amount of members, but I feel like most people kind of have to because how expensive the Knights make their just one game tickets. Like it's actually mental. The Knights have like arguably like in terms of game, they're one of the most expensive ones for like an adult ticket. Like the cheapest is like $25-30, which obviously for a team currently where they are. I did tell a lie. I went to Melbourne last in 2016. There was an AFL shop on Queen Street. On top level, right back, there was a small rack with about 4 Melbourne jerseys. That was pretty much what it was when I went there like 2 weeks ago. They did have a little bit of... I think they probably honestly had more A-League stuff than they had NRL stuff. I mean, obviously because you had... I think the 3 Melbourne teams are very good. Well, they were like 3 of them were in the top 4 last season. Thought Broncos was dearer. Yeah, you'd think it's weird. The Knights are weird. I actually don't think the member numbers are actually that important. At the end of the day, your team is your team, and my team is pretty really good. That is true. So I'm not trying to criticize saying there's no members. I feel like memberships, like numbers, is like sort of not exactly a great way to judge about like. In terms of fans, obviously, it's good if you have members, but it doesn't really matter much of how many of them are actually going to show up. Like, show up on game day. What do you think now that the Panthers have lost both their halfbacks? Then they will beat the Warriors, but can see them losing the rest and just keeping top spot. Yeah. I think Sean O'Sullivan should be. Wait, Sean Sullivan out? Or is it... Are you referring to Clarion Luai as the second one? A-League was definitely bigger down there. I saw many shots with both Melbourne kids in there. It amazes if your team's fans go and your team are woeful. That shows team's fans are loyal. Very much so. They play Raiders tomorrow. Yeah, that Canberra Panthers game is going to be so hard to see what happens. Should be an alright game because membership numbers are very important to me. West Tigers of 20k, which I think, considering they're the worst club in Australia, is a big achievement. Very much so. Do you think Broncos slow will continue out of the top 8? They have the Knights next, of course, a win. I mean, I'm not even going to argue there. Then Storm, Eels at home, and Dragons on the road remaining. So should lose last 2 or 3, or 3 from 3. I think you should win the Dragons. I think you should win the Dragons. I think you win Dragons and the Knights. You also win them. Storm and Eels, I'm not sure though. But if Storm keep having these injuries, you might be able to. That's it's at Suncorp. I think Brisbane should be sound. They'll play final. Stop worrying. Broncos Cowboys grand final. Book it. That'd be sick to see. We beat Eels last time. Yeah, it's a. That is true, but Parramatta are very much a team that can just out of nowhere, bang! Oh, we're really good. It's like it's a weird thing. I think we should be very close now for the second half to start up. So yeah, we should very much be close. I would like to see a South-East grand final. Hasn't been one since 1935. I feel like that very much is the end game for the NRL. Because I remember, like, twice it could have happened in recent memory. I believe 2019 it could have happened, and 2013 it could have happened. And I think South lost both prelim finals because 2013 Roosters played the Knights. Somehow we made the prelim. And then Rabbitohs lost to Manly. And then 2019 the Rabbitohs lost to Canberra. It was... I just want to see Storm lose 5 in a row. Well, they need to start losing, unfortunately, because the Warriors win last week definitely took a bit of a blow. Or a Parramatta Canterbury Grand Final be sold out in the minutes and there would be thousands trying to get in. Hopefully not to the extent of what the Champions League final was this year of people hopping the fences. Will League ever get more popular than Union worldwide? That's a hard question, and that's a hard question to ask. I mean, I feel like it'll just always be like a territorial system of like regions prefer it more than others. So here we go now. We're getting ready now for the second half. The biggest ever non-grand final crowd was Canterbury Parramatta. God, that... And you even think as well, especially with like how big both teams were in the 80s, and like 8 out of 10 premierships were won by either club. Like, I think very much so. That'd be a grand final I'd like to see. So the Titans are now back out onto the field here in Melbourne. So Jaden Campbell's had 4 runs and 7 run meters. So very much a shutdown at the moment. Broncos will scrub into the top 8. Panthers, Cowboys, Sharks, Storm, Eels, Rabbitohs, Roosters. Broncos final top of Raiders. Raiders just missing out. Very much so. Biggest ever non-finals crowd featured 2 Sydney teams was also featured Parramatta. Shit, hold on. Well, shit, hang on. The pawn bots are here. Let me just sort this out quickly. It's... They know, you know when the thing's popping off when you've got the Tinder, oh, fuck, people on our site. You know, it's just, anyway, good day, Z-Tank. Nice to see you, James. So, here we go. So, still relatively close coming into the game. There was a bit of worry about Storm players being injured, but that Cameron Munster try about 5 minutes before halftime really might have helped the edge here. So, Storm will be receiving the ball from the Titans kickoff. Titans are running screen left. I feel like if the Storm can get their first try in this half, it should be safe to say that they'll win this game. But if the Titans can, then, well, who knows? That was Parramatta St George in 2012 and Evan Hindmarsh and Luke Burt's final ever game. Damn. Hindmarsh was so good, man. I just go home. I just got home. The Titans play well. They've been playing okay in patches. Like, they were down 16-0, and then they got up to 16-10. They're taking chances. But then again, the Storm have been a bit sloppy in terms of penalty and set restart giveaway. So they've been going okay in terms of circumstances. So the Storm now right as Josh King there gets brought down on the... Is that a knock on? It's a knock on by the Storm here. That is interesting here to say. Josh King's lost, but it's going to be a set race. They're going to check it here. So they're saying the Storm are challenging this to see if the Titans knocked it on first instead of the Storm. So let's have a look. Because there was an attempted offload. No. Oh, he's just lost it. Can Pies win over the Demons AFL? I think it's possible. I think they can. Personally. Demons a bit weird, but I think Demons might switch on for the finals. I think that should be a knock on. Yeah, it's a knock on. So there we go. The Storm have lost their challenge a minute into the second half. So Storm have lost their challenge. Titans have got a scrum 40 metres out. If the Titans score in the next 10 minutes, the Storm might bottle this again. Would be the first time. Very much so. Wishart's now come on the field to replace Jerome Hughes. So Jerome Hughes might actually be out because he did look a bit worse for wear right at the end of the first half. As Kelly gets the ball out. Z-Team played in the front row. Yeah, I played one gala day of rugby league for my high school. I believe I was either prop or second row. I couldn't remember. I did get like 5. I had like 3. Oh, Titans now. Campbell now running to the other side. Gets brought down. Third tackle, 15 out. Good chance here for the Titans to get the first try of the second half. Out to the left now. Fodawaker. No, it's Liu. Whoopsie. 10 metres out now. Fourth tackle. Titans go to the left. SESC, again, 5 metres short of the line now. Last tackle for the Titans. Out to the right. Boyd. Grub a kick. It's 2. Oh, thought it was 2 weighted, but it did force Nofaluma to knock it out. So it's a goal line drop out to Melbourne. So actually some pretty good pressure there by the Titans. Yeah, I think I had like 4 carries. And I did get, I think I'd probably say about 25 running meters, about, I think 10 post contact. I did get a good wraparound tackle around the legs to prevent a line break to a try. So that's my rugby league stat I can hold. I had the honey badger tape job as well, because it was when I had long hair. So charge here there. That's Jolliffe now. Gets brought down 15 away from the try line. So here we go. Second tackle, the Titans. Oh, and the pass has gone Hayward. Is that a knock on? No. For Marju. No, it's to Fafita actually. So 20 metres out. Third tackle. Now that's SESC. 10 out. Fourth tackle. Titans now going to the left-hand side to grab a kick. There's a run. And that's a try to the Titans. Greg Marju is over. And wait. Is it Marju or is it Kelly? So there we go. 22-14 to the Titans. All we can say is that they have scored. I just want to figure out if it's Brian Kelly or Greg Marju. So there we go. They got the chances there, and that is big. That is a big try there. It is number 4. It's Brian Kelly. There we go. 22-14 with a kick to come. Beautifully weighted kick there. I want to bet $10 making multi Eagles and Para Demons Pies. Who should I pick? I would. Definitely Forever comes come back after he signed for Melbourne. Collingwood under 39 points, I don't. Sabby means Collingwood to win under 39 points. That's the margin, he's saying. Kind of like a... Are the Storm looking tired? Maybe. So here we go. Tanner Boyd for the conversion attempt. This to make it a 6-point game. The kick is up and it will... Missed it. Just shanking it off to the left-hand side, so it will remain an 8-point lead, 22 points to 14. But there we go, the Gold Coast Titans getting the first try of the second half. Titans can keep this momentum because the Storm have been relatively sloppy. I mean, to be fair, it is also a bit of a thrown-together Storm team with the amount of players out of position and stuff like that. But what can we say? There we are. Storm, the Titans getting the ever crucial. And here's the kick from the Storm to restart the game. It'll be picked up by Brimson. Now that is Marju there. And he'll get dragged back to the 10-metre line for the first tackle. The Storm are trying to fire up here as that's SESC getting to the 20 for the second tackle. So we're now 5 minutes gone into this second half. If Gold Coast could win this, then they avoid the round 24 Spoon Bowl match with Newcastle. Boyd now on the run. He's getting a few steps in, right near halfway, and that'll be the 4th tackle right on halfway. I believe that is on... Oh, it's way past halfway. It's onto the 40. It's a great carry there. 4th tackle. The Titans are coming down to the side of the field. Thurmore, and the pass to nobody. Where was the Titans winger there? It was Brian Kelly trying to get the pass out. So I believe it was Jojo Fafita, but Fafita was lacking way back. No, it wasn't Fafita, it was Marju, sorry. But Marju was so far back, it was ridiculous. Okay, so Jerome Hughes, what has happened is he got clobbered in a bit of a tackle by Beau Fillmore. It was his shoulder. They thought he dislocated it at halftime, but he popped it back into socket. But he's going to have scans tomorrow, so that means Jerome Hughes is out for this game. Harry Grant now gives it off to Munster. And Munster will get to halfway for the 4th tackle. It's an early kick there by the Storm there. Campbell will pick it up inside the 10. And that's a good hit there by Wishart. Onto the 15 for the first tackle for the Titans. Titans are being really slow to come back here. You've got to also start thinking, when are the Titans going to start getting tired and let the Storm get some easy points? Bounty to the Titans there. Storm are getting a bit chaotic, to say the least. Parramatta and Gold Coast played at Seabus. Loser would be handed the spoon. Damn, that's crazy to think. Really just... So, penalty run. There's been 6 penalties in this game, and the last 4 have been for the Titans, and only the first 2 were for Melbourne. So, kind of mental to think about here. As that is Isaac Liu, who gets to halfway for the 2nd tackle. They're going to shift it off now to the right-hand side. It's Fafita. Big bounce off. He's still going for Fafita. Fafita's just barging over everyone as he gets to the Storm 40. McIntyre trying to go straight from dummy half. Gets to the 30 now. Campbell now the ball, but instantly good wrap up there by number 16 of Eisenhower. Now last tackle, 20 metres out. Brimson with the kick. That's too heavy, and it's going to go out for a 20-metre restart. Gives me an idea for the video, the history of the NRL Spoon Bowl. Very much so. It's definitely very... I don't think it's not really a topic no one's really made a video on. So now the Titans... So Storm actually, now with the ball, first tackle on the 35. And it's now a penalty to the Storm. So a kick and a touch here for the Storm. Potentially gives them good field position to actually get their first try of the first half and start to increase their lead to back where it once was. I think the Daily Telegraph came up with the term. Oh, yeah. Here we go, the Storm now. Feed it out to the middle as that is Eisenhoof, who gets brought down on halfway for the first tackle. Grant straight from dummy half here to Bromwich. It's Kenny, he gets brought down on the 30 now for the 2nd tackle. The Storm are making quick meters here. Now Grant again. And he'll get held up around the 25 right at the centre. Josh King now, 15 out, 4th tackle for the Titans. Storm, fuck, damn it. Shifting it out to the right-hand side now, Wishart to Munster. Straight to the line. Coates flicks it back, and the Titans have picked it up. Brilliant defence there by the Titans. And Xavier Coates gets dragged out as Campbell gets a brawl on the 25 for the second tackle. Whenever towards the end of the year the bottom two teams play, they bring it out. It hasn't happened in the last few years. Because it's either already been decided or it hasn't. So it's very much possible it could happen. We get a proper one. If Titans win this, we won't get the spoon, hopefully. Titans now going to the side of Cost past halfway. They're now 30 metres away from the try line, and this will be the last tackle for them. So AJ Brimson with the high kick. The ball is bounced. And it's picked up by Harry Grant, so it's going to be first tackle on the 10-metre line. Both teams' players are buggered. Like half of the Storm players are behind the Titans line trying to get air back into their lungs. Now Munster now on the 30 for the third tackle. What? No, how is that a knock on? Munster's trying to lay the ball down and Fermore's not letting go of him. And it's been given a knock on, not a penalty. And the thing is, though, the Storm can't challenge it because they lost their challenge the first minute into the second half. That's fucked. There's no... Is Brendan Smith having much impact? Not as much. I mean, he did make impact on Fasil Malawi's back legs in a tackle and got done for wrestling. That is a bad call by the refs. I don't get how that's a knock on. That's ridiculous. But anyway, scrum feed now 35 metres out now for the Titans. Can't imagine there's only been 10 minutes of this second half being played. Now AJ Brimson gets brought down on the 30-metre line for the first tackle. Do you think Storm will ever win the wooden spoon? I feel like they probably have to rort the salary cap again for that to happen, to be personally. 15 out, second tackle for the Titans. I'll shift it off to the left-hand side. Oh, and it's a shit pass straight to Liu. And it's a knock-on by the Titans. Yeah, it's a bit of tension at the moment between the players. If you haven't... Wishart almost gets an offload off, but he gets brought down on the second tackle. 40-metre line. Now Sevi gets to halfway. So here we go. Fourth tackle now, 40 metres out. Bromwich now. It's Jesse gets brought down. 25 away from the try line. Last tackle for the Storm. Munster with a high kick. There's a lot of runners. Oh, it's a brilliant take by Campbell. And that's going to... Oh, it's Jojo. It was Jojo Fafita. Very brave from him. And now in come the Storm defence trying to keep the Titans into the 10 as it's now the second tackle. I think Tino's now back on the field here. Titans now on the 15 for the third. Shifts it off to the left. Now Tino gets a carry and he'll get brought down on the 25 for the fourth. I'm just saying though, if you went back in time 20 years ago and said Brisbane would come last one day, you'd be locked up in a mental institution. That is very much true. It's a really good kick there from the last tackle. It's taken on the 10 by Munster. And Munster will draw in players. And he'll get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. Still got... Fucking... Oh, there's a bit of pushing and shoving here between Munster and Brian Kelly. It's going to blow up, I think, in this game. I think there's going to be some... probably not punches, but you know what I mean. Bit of like, oh, a fight, basically. The third tackle on halfway, Jesse Bromwich gets brought down. Cooper Johns flat past to Munster. Munster will get brought down 35 away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Grant now with the ball. Shifts it off to Smith. Smith breaks the line. Campbell will wrap him up. He's still going. And Smith will get brought down just 5 metres short of the line. Offload. No, he was held. Passing it out to the wing now. Last tackle, Cooper Johns. Oh, there's a bobble. Jaden Campbell still got it. But he'll get tackled in for a goal line dropout. Jojo Fafita was just caught ball watching. Shirt pull punches like in the NHL, very much so. Brisbane coming last in 2020 is like United getting relegated from the Premier League. Brisbane have been a giant of the NRL League. And the New South Wales Rugby League. Very much so. How's your father? He's alright. He's vibing. He'd be out here. Yes, they're back, baby. Let's fucking go. Yes. Goal line drop out here by the Titans. It's another short one. And it's taken by Xavier Coates. Very much it's the norm now when it comes to these goal line drop-outs. They're all short now. I think only a few of them have actually gone past like 30 metres. Wishart. Now to Smith. That's Eisenhower. God damn it. They all look the same. Bloody with the same. White people with short hair look the same. Cut out the line. Now this is Munster. Kafusi. To Munster again. And Munster will get wrapped up. Oh, it's an offload flick. No one's watching. Smith wasn't even looking. So 15 now. It was Harry Grant who got brought down. Smith. Wishart. To Sevi. And Sevi will get brought down 5 metres short of the line. Still the fourth tackle. Gets it out to Wishart. Now going to bring it more centrally. It's Harry Grant. Gives it off to Cooper Johns. Flat pass, and oh, it's gone forward. It's a brilliant wrap-up tackle there, but the ball's gone out. It's going to be a scrum feed to the Titans. This has been actually a very even game, and Storm have been a bit messy here. Looks like many fans start to hate Storm. I don't know why. I can think of a couple of reasons, personally. One thing I definitely need to do is I might need to start writing down the team list for the Manly Para game. At some point, I will. But there we go. So third tackle now for the Titans as they get to the 40. They'll shift it off to the left-hand side. Jaden Campbell gets wrapped up by Wishart. Fourth tackle just past halfway now, and that is going to be number 16. That's Isaac Liu. He's about 35 out from the try line. And this will be the last tackle for the Titans. Boyd now with a kick. It's a big kick, and it's met there by Nofaluma. It'll get brought down. But it's an offload now. Munster with the ball. And Munster will get brought down on the 20. G'day from Southeast Queensland. I'm a Panthers fan, and who do you think will win, Panthers or Raiders? Thanks, go Panthers. I think Panthers should just about win. I think it'll be a very close game, but I think Panthers will have enough just to hang on. So Solomona now with the ball. Gets to the 40 for the third tackle. It's a good carry from him. Now they're going to shift it off now. Jesse Bromwich now. Gets past halfway for the fourth tackle. It's an early kick here by Harry Grant. To the corner flag. Is it gonna stop? It won't. It's a goal line dropout. No, it's not. It's a 20-minute restart, sorry. So all that pressure from the Storm kind of goes away. Now there's a chance here for the Titans to get some good field position. So 0 tackle now on the 30. And now this will be the first official tackle. As Jojo Fafita gets to the 35 for the first tackle. No, Tino. That's a great rack-up tackle there. And now that's a penalty. He's trying to pick it up. And Tino, nope, come back. But he's trying to get up and lay the ball down. But it's almost the exact same thing that happened with Munster. But that was given a knock-on. West Tigers fans are very nervous right now. Very much so. No Faluma. Career game. So here's a penalty kick now for the Titans as it's going to be deep into Storm territory. I think probably about 35 out. So, and this is what's cost the Storm is these giving aways of these penalties. As Tina now the carry for the first tackle. He'll be brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. As we're about to cross into officially the last 20 minutes of this matchup. That's number 17. That's Jolliffe. Gets brought down 20 short of the line. Campbell. Flat pass to Thurmore. And he's lost it. Big tackle there by Wishart. That is actually big there by the fella. Wishart's actually been really good since coming off the bench. I think he's been really good. So 19 and a half to go. And then after this, we immediately redirect to the next game, which is, of course, the Manly Sea Eagles hosting the Parramatta Eels. Big, big match in deciding about what happens for both teams in regarding to the finals. It's a must-win for both clubs, really. Now, there's no Faluma now with the first hit up, and it'll get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. The Storm will get to the 30 for the second tackle. And it's now a penalty to the Storm. And it's Tino there. More so for Manly, they have to win. Very much, I think, yeah, probably right. It very much probably would be more for Manly to win. Maybe for like... Maybe Para for like a home final, something along those lines. Maybe try to push for top 4 if that's a possibility. I actually haven't checked the ladder, so I probably wouldn't know. So halfway. So 40 minutes away from the try line now from the penalty kick. The Storm will now have the ball. That's a Sova Solomona now. 35 away from the try line. Second tackle. Wishart gives it off to Kafusi. And now it's a penalty to Melbourne. So it's a big push. Basically, that was the penalty. So Munster will kick for touch. It'll basically go to about 15 away from the try line. So chance for the Storm here to, if they can score here and get the conversion, then it will be a 14-point lead, and then if we get one more try, then it should be over for the Titans. So here we go, 10 meters out, first tackle. Wishart holds onto the ball and he'll get brought down 5 meters short of the line. Harry Grant's going to probably send this to the left-hand side, and he does. Smith to Johns. Johns will go himself. Oh, he's short of the line again. Oh, he's got back up. And he's brought back a metre short of the line. That's twice he's just been denied from scoring. Now flat pass out. Munster slips through himself. That's a massive gap. You can't allow Munster to do that. And it's now 26 points to 14. And Munster's got his hat-trick. There we go. It's now 26 points to 14. And it's right in front as well, so it'll be 28-14. You got to feel now just one more try for the Storm should be enough to secure the win here. That's twice Cooper Johns has been denied a try. Oh, that's what you needed, but you needed him to score 3 tries. Oh, that's what you needed. I've just realised. Yeah, well, there we go. He's done it. My bet's not happened. I think mine's probably been voided because Hughes got injured. Just got to feel one more try for the Storm. It should be done. Gets it to a 20-point lead with about 10 to go. Should be done. So here we go. Kick right in front now for Munster. It's his second career hat-trick for Cameron Munster. And it's also twice. He's only gotten 2. And both of them will being from against the Titans. So more you know. Funny statism there. Hopefully choke it out from here. Pretty much so. That's a short kickoff here by the Titans, and it's picked up by the number 2 of Nofaluma. So Storm now getting past halfway for the third tackle. Sofa Solomona with a big carry. Gets an offload off. Not much. But does get the offload off. Gets it to Wishart. 45 away from the try line now for the 4th tackle. And that is Jesse Bromwich. He gets to 35 away from the try line now for the last tackle. There's the last tackle kick by Melbourne. A lot of pressure. Oh, it's a drop ball straight away there by Jojo for feed. It's going to be a scrum feed 15 out, and this should be the setup play to properly end the game here. It's a challenge. That's a Falcon. That hasn't touched his hand. Okay, so it doesn't touch his hand, so it technically isn't a knock on here. There's a chance here for it to go through.
Just looking to make sure it hits the head or arm of Jojo Fafita. But then what happens after that if it's not a Fafita knock on?
Titans ball first tackle, isn't it? If that's what happens.
If the ball is knocked on by Jojo,
Oh, it is a knock on. Okay.
Smith, challenge is unsuccessful.
Who has the who has the most hat tricks? I actually generally had no idea. Is Munster playing fullback? Yes, he is. Victor, appreciate the stream. Thank you very much. Andrew, can't believe my boss wants me to do some work. Doesn't know it's Friday footy time. Will he just have to wait? He will just have to wait another 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes if you want to watch the Manly Para game. 15 metres out now. 14 to go. If Storm get a try here, should be game over. Surely Cooper Johns runs himself straight through the line. No. Okay, they're giving the ball off to Munster. Now to a Sofa Solomona for the carry. It'll get brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. Sorry, you're right. I forgot about the next game. Wishart's still on the ball, and he does slip away. He's about 5 metres short of the line. Second tackle now for the Storm. Storm out. Smith is just short of the line. Very much just short of the line now. The Storm really trying to find a try. Pass it out to 2-on-1. Nofaluma with a step. Still going. And he's held up. He gets held up. It's going to go back to the... I don't think he's got held up there. Very close, but I think it will be no try. It's hard to find stats on league. Very much so. Most hat-tricks. Bloody... Most NRL hat-tricks. Yep, it's no try. Most NRL hat-tricks. Who has the most number of hat-tricks? No. Yeah, because every time we search NRL hat-tricks, it instantly pops up with the NHL. It's weird. Anyways, from the play on, last tackle, 15 out for the Storm. Out to the right-hand side. Johns with the kick. It's taken by Coates. Passes it, but it's been intercepted by the Titans. And it'll be brought onto the 20 for the first tackle for the Gold Coast. So fourth tackle now for the Titans. Getting up to the 40 now. Tino with a run. And he'll get on to halfway for the last tackle. So no for Luminow with the ball. Gives it off to Cooper Johns. Gets it down the line for Torba. Oh, he's still in. On halfway, still going with the ball. It'll get brought down around the 35 for the first tackle. Really good play there by the Storm. Always end at soccer and crap. What happened to Hughes? He got wrapped around in a tackle by Fermor, and his shoulder was in a lot of problems, and they have to put it back into socket. But he's off the field. That's why it was taken off pretty much straight into the second half. Have to be, what's his name of the most tries? AJ would be up there. Isn't it Kickoff? Oh, pass! That's a double movement. That is a double movement there. Kevin Bloody Wilson. It's the bloody place to play for Ken Irvine. I think he's the one who's got the most tries in NRL history. Maybe it might be him. It's no try, it's a double movement. It's very much a double movement. It's a triple movement, basically. No, there's no way there's momentum in that. For those wondering what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just writing down the team sheet for the Eagles-Titans game. Eagles Parramatta game. Yeah, it's a knock on. No, it's not knock on, but it's a double movement. So it's going to be a penalty to the Titans. So yeah, I mean, there's been about 3 or 4 tries that the Storm have had denied. So it could have been a lot worse actually for the Titans. Okay. How many does ET have? I think ET's in the top 5. I think. So I think it's I don't think top 5, but he's in the top 10. I think I've read somewhere. Yeah, we're coming in now to the last 10 minutes of the game, and then pretty much instantaneously trying to swap over for the other game. So that's number 14. That is Marju. Gets to 35 away from the try line. So last tackle here for the Titans. I was wondering with Montage, can you add bank account details once can you only add bank details once you reach the threshold limit? No, I think you should just be able to instantly put it in, I think. If I remember correctly. Because it's been a while since I actually had to put it in. It was like ages ago, but you should just be able to add it to them. Third tackle now, 35 out. Now Jesse Bromwich gets to the just shy of halfway for the fourth tackle. Now Munster to Kafusi. Storm still going here as they'll get brought down 40 away from the try line now. There's the last tackle kick. It's so hard to think there's still like 8 minutes to go. As Jojo Fafita gets wrapped up on the 20 for the first tackle. There's no way they're actually going to try to think about suspending Smith over that. Be a bit weird. There we are. Don't have to worry about that. We can just keep going with the game here. So here we go. Fourth tackle now. 35 away for the Titans. They pretty much need to score here. They've got offloads off. That's a touch. That's a knock on. By Nofaluma, so it's a scrum feed here now for the Gold Coast. 35 out from the try line. So, it's 14 points. So even if the Titans do score 2 more tries and get the conversions, I'll still be 2 points down. So they'll need 3 tries in 7 minutes. Here we go. So pretty much I have to score off this set or it's over. Jaden Campbell gets brought down about 25 away from the try line for the first tackle. Now Tino with the ball with a step. And Tino will get brought down 15 away for the second tackles. We've got less than 7 minutes remaining in this matchup. Titans think overpaying a player is going to help them. I joke about that, but I support the Knights, and overpaying a player is very much our bread and butter. Forward pass here by the Titans. No, it's a forward pass by the Titans. So it's a scrum feed to the Storm. So pretty much, it should be over. It's like, yeah, imagine it's definitely not what the Knights have paid a million a year for 5 years for a player. No, we don't do that. We don't have his dad next to him in the signing sheet. No, we don't. So pretty much straight away after this, should be a thing to redirect the stream to go straight over to the Manly Sea Eagles and Parramatta Eels matchup. Munster now gets brought down onto the 25 for the first tackle. As we've got 5.5 minutes remaining in this match. We get to the number 12 there. Oh shit, I was about to say Papali'i then, but yeah, it was Kenny Bromwich. I was reading the Sea Eagles one. Seva Solomona. Now to Kenny Bromwich. Pass out to Kafusi, that's a knock on. So it's a scrum feed on halfway. What team do I go for? I go for the Knights. Doesn't sound like the most convincing of wins, but you take it. I mean, to be fair though, with the team being formed as it is, with like Munster at fullback, it's an alright performance. Manly have 3 players. I'll take a third of the cap, pretty much. Less than 5 to go, right on halfway. A scrum feed now for the Titans. Tina now with a run. He's almost lost that. He has lost it. And Harry Grant's picked it up here. He's on the run. And he'll get brought down 40 metres away from the try line now. No Faluma now with the ball. About 30 metres away from the try line. This is actually the first tackle because the Harry Grant one was a 0. So a huge chance here for the Storm to finally put the nail in the coffin here. With the nail. Oh, stripped by Bo Fermor. Oh, when forward strip. Oh, nothing gets me more excited than seeing a forward strip. The ball. Shit. Well, that's definitely not sus, is it? Either way. But anyway, so third tackle now for Tino Fasuma-Malawi. It's a set restart now for the Titans for a ruck infringement. Flicked it out. Oh, good play there. So still first tackle now for the Gold Coast, as that is Jaden Campbell with the ball. Gets brought down on the 30 for the second tackle. Now it's number 8, that is Fodawaker. Very quiet out of all the Titans players, probably. 20 metres out now, third tackle. Can the Titans get at least a consolation? Essie. Will get brought down inside the 10 for the fourth tackle. Now off to the right-hand side. Boyd with the grubber. Bit of pressure on Totamapia, but he'll make it out. That's good play from him. And it's a penalty to the Storm. Well played there from him. 2.5 to go. They'll pretty much wrap up the game here. So there we go. So, and now the Storm will take the penalty kick. Hasn't been the most convincing of wins, and it hasn't been one of the most solid wins or performances, but they still get the job done. The Storm will go two in a row after their 4-game losing streak, as they've got a very tough run for the last couple of rounds. It'll be very interesting to see how they do go, because next stop, Penrith at Bluebet. Will be very interesting to say the least. So second tackle now for the Storm. Just shy of the 40. That's Kamika now with the ball. It will get brought down on halfway for the third tackle. And Alsava Solomona now on the run. He gets brought down 35 away. And there's a kick over the top. The ball going to touch. So the Titans will have the last bit of the ball. And it pretty much will end the match. So only one leg of my multi will hit tonight, and that will be for this game. It'll be the Storm winning, so we'll take that. Sapsiani. So pretty much right at the end of this game, it should have a thing to say for a redirect to say, "I'll go to this stream." Basically. Oh, it's an error. Jojo Fafita basically made an error with the play of the ball. It's a scrum feed 10 metres out. I think the Storm will take as much time away as possible and maybe go for a field goal. Thanks for the stream, I appreciate it. No worries, Butterbox. So here we go, 20 seconds to go. They're going to go for the try here, over the top. And it's going to be a try to Totamapia. So he'll get his first ever try with 8 seconds to go. So that will be 32 points to 14 with a kick to come. They've awarded it. So, yeah, there'll be a 20-point win here for the Titans if they get the conversion. But there we go. That's the end of the game. It was a little bit odd, but the Storm have gotten the win. We will stay here just to see if they do get the kick. Doesn't really matter though, but we'll immediately then go and transfer over to the Parramatta Eels, taking on the Manly Sea Eagles stream. Just absolute massive space there, to say the least.
32 to 14 with just the kick at Golden Cup.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the man on debut for the Melbourne Storm, David Newton.
So there we go. We're just waiting for the kick now. And that will be the end of the game. So Munts with a kick pretty much from the sideline to make it potentially making it a 20-point win. Can Munster get this from the sideline? He's probably getting the man of the match for this game. 3 tries, 4 out of 5 from the kicking. Can he get this one from the sideline? Very much in similar position to the first kick he had, which he did miss. This is the kick here. He's missed it. So anyways, 32 points to 14. That is full time. And we will now cross over to the Manly Parramatta game. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you there if you want. Just realised I need to open back up the YouTube thing, so I need to do that very, very quickly because I feel like the game, the Parramatta game, will start at any minute now. So just trying to do this as fast as humanly possible so we can end this stream here. Okay, here we go. And